What is going on, everyone? It is a couple days after the regional meet now, on my break, and thought I'd sit down and kind of talk about everything that kind of happened this season. It was a really big season for me, so definitely want to sit down and kind of talk about it. I put a thing out on Strava kind of discussing my whole season, but wanted to sit down and make a YouTube video about it. I said on Strava that I kind of get into this like continuous loop of running really well and then kind of just searching for the next thing, and I think it's important to kind of sit down and kind of talk about everything and talk about the whole season, and it was a big one for me. So starting off, this summer was really just looking to make a big jump, and I think this summer of training went really well. I think it was kind of scary going into it because the summer before was when I got injured and kind of missed the whole cross-country season, but didn't really let that affect me and kind of just trained how I would have if I never got injured. So I ran upwards of 90 miles a week. I think I averaged like 90 on an 8-week span or something like that towards the end of the summer, like July into August, which was really cool. By far the most mileage I've ever ran over the summer, and then on top of that was in flag for the whole month of July. And then coming into the season, I was confident, I was ready to go. I could tell that my workouts were getting, you know, pretty quick and a lot better than previous stuff that I've done before. I was running a lot faster than I ever have, so I was really excited to race. And the first race when we stepped on the line at Boston, just kind of proved everything was coming together a little bit. My PR before this season was 25:06, I believe, from Florida State, my sophomore year, COVID year. It was like the Florida State winter cross-country meet. But yeah, I stepped on the line at Boston, went out hard, and just kind of ran and was 24:27, I believe. So just to start out with that as like the season opener, and I was still running upwards of like 90 miles a week at the time, so was like kind of blown away by that. That was under the school record, which was kind of my main goal for like the whole season. So to be able to do that the first meet, I was like, oh crap, kind of need to readjust the goals a little bit. And then the next week we ran at Notre Dame, and for the 5-miler I ran 24:17, so another PR and another big step in the right direction. So that ended up being my kind of 5-mile 8K PR for the whole season, 24:17, which was just amazing. Like, definitely didn't think I would ever be like anywhere close to that. And that was another race where I just went out hard. I think I was 3rd or 4th overall in that race. Just went out hard and kind of ran, and gained a lot of confidence this year, letting myself, you know, just get out there and compete and see what happens, not really thinking about a whole lot. The next race on the schedule was Penn State, and I ran 25:34, I believe, for 8.4K, so 400 meters over an 8K, so it came out to somewhere in the 24:20s. So another just consistent race. All three of those were very consistent. Was really happy with that. And I knew we were setting up pretty good for conference. And something I haven't talked about is the team. The team aspect was totally different this year. Everyone was racing really well. At Notre Dame, our top 5 was under 25 minutes, which I don't know if that's ever happened here at Youngstown. So the whole team aspect was super good. And going into conference, we were really confident. We haven't won a conference title. None of these guys have, as far as cross country goes, and I think our last one was in 2016. So we're really looking forward to stepping on that line and seeing what happened. We have been trying to put this team on the line for so long, and finally we were all together and healthy. And so we stepped on the line and kind of just took care of business. We went 2, 3, 4, 9, and 11 for 29 points. And first place as a team, which was super cool. I was 2nd overall. Really good race, was really happy with that. Felt really good. And it was just awesome to be able to like look to my left and right and see Ryan and Hunter there, all finishing together. That was great. And then fast forward to last weekend, regionals, which was really just kind of the cherry on top. Didn't really have any expectations, just kind of wanted to get out there and run and see what happened. 30:54 for 38th place and 11th place as a team. That broke the 10K cross record for me, but my previous PR was 32:43, I believe. So really big PR there, school record, and on top of that, 11th is tied for the highest finish at Youngstown. So that was really cool. Overall, a really great year. Really happy with how everything went. like I said at the start, I think it's just really important to kind of sit down and kind of look back on everything, see how much you have accomplished this year. So I went from 25:06 to 24:17, 32:43 to 30:54. So really just kind of look back and be like, wow, you know, that is something, you know, I did that's really great. And on top of that, all the training I got in, like I said, 90 miles a week for 8+ weeks, by far the most running I've ever done. And on top of that, all the really good workouts that I've had, some that are posted on this channel. I mean, closing mile reps in like 4:30, like 6 by mile. I mean, that's something that I've never done before, and it's kind of really cool to think about. But on my break now, what's next for me? Kind of take a week or so off and then get back into running, slowly working back into it. Our indoor schedule is freaking awesome this year. Going to really cool places, going to Boston, going to the Armory, a couple other places, but really excited for all of that. I'm really excited to get the mileage back up a little bit, but on top of that, get some speed work in the legs. Indoor track is like my favorite season. I love indoor track, so really excited for all of that. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for following along this cross-country season. Another season down in the books. Everything's kind of wrapping up pretty quickly. I'm getting old, so college running is so slowly coming to an end. Got a little bit more time, but really happy with how this season went. Like I've said probably like 1,000 times now. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.